Hello beautiful people, this is Carlos Elliot and the Spirit People. I'm 36, from Pereira, musician, songwriter. I'm interested on sharing the message of universal love. That's it.
How did you become a musician?
Well, I started first as a, rock lover. I started listening to rock music, and then I learned how to play a few chords on my guitar. So with the time, I started, move forward on it. And then I figured out that I could do music by myself, express myself through my instrument and write songs. That's my particular, interest.
Hill country blues is not exactly a popular music genre in the United States, and for sure it is not very popular in Colombia. How did you get into playing blues? Why is it so important for you in particular?
I found certain people on the road, I just met a lot of people, especially when I started traveling in the United States, in North Mississippi. I found a lot of people that plays this traditional music and learn how to play it from their masters, like it was like a succession of this tradition. And for me, it was so impressive. I mean, for me, it just inspired me a lot, because for me it's this connection with the indigenous world. It's like this music has a connection with the tree. How do you say that? How do you say that in English right now? Forgot. Like for me, this music has a connection with the Native American world, but also has the power African people and European communities also, like it's all mixed in the same territory that it's Native American territory. So for me, this music has this power, has the rhythm power and the mystic too, So it becomes to me like a very deep inspiration. And well, I don't play particularly this kind of music. I mean, it's just been like a very deep inspiration I have in my music.
One of your most famous albums is De Lotuniel, Mississippi. How was the process of making it? How did you meet at your collaborators, the Corn Lickers?
Well, De Lotuniel and the Mississippi is an album that we just, it's like a sum up, how do you say that? It just recreates this inspiration from the Mississippi territory and the Latun territory, how these two cultures get together. And it's been inspiring in that territory, with my master oral voice, that I learned a lot from him, and playing with the Corn Lickers that are, our partners up there. So it's just these two worlds get together, and that's the way it is. That's the way it is. I just met these guys playing in Mississippi. There's a very traditional scene in that state in the south of the United States. So we get together and we just felt so good, and we just understand each other, and music just flew the way it was, and it felt so good,
Why are the Otun and the Mississippi important for you?
Well, they've
Why the
been,
rivers?
yeah, in Mississippi, there's a mystic connection with the native world. Actually, the word Mississippi comes from Mississippi, that is a Native American term that means the Great River. So for me, all of these, things behind the scenes, like all this, I know these people there has they're mixed with Choctaw and Chickasaw communities, black Africans. After slavery, they just, they mixed with these communities that were there in reservations. And I knew that in our territory happens the same. Actually, the Autun is an African term that describes, the creation of the universe. So some of us, we don't know much about it because, well, it's just the way it is, But for me, it has a lot of sense, because it's an African tradition. We had also slavery fields down south, In Valle del Cauca, we had slavery communities out there, and they escaped the same way. Here we have the Quimbayas, So for me, it's like the same cultural phenomenon, and I think that's the main, core of we were trying to express, that get back to the roots and identify our ancestor connection and power and force. That's it.
How many countries have you visited with your music?
We have visited now 14 countries with our music, and I learned from these different countries. I've seen the same social problems, I've seen the same social control strategies, and I see the world, is reacting in the same way, even if it's in China, India, South America, Europe, North America, we people are reacting to all this, situation the world is guiding us to follow, but I think the revolution, it's in the spirit, it's to recognize important things in life. And for me, I can see it clearly after being in 14 different countries, Well, we've been in China, we've been in India, we've been in Switzerland, France, Canada, United States, Mexico, Ecuador, Brazil, Argentina, Chile, Uruguay, Paraguay, Colombia.
What has been the most memorable concert in your life?
I remember one particular concert we did in a very small town in the middle of India last year. It was in a small town called Allahabad or I don't remember how to pronounce it, but it's spelled like Allahabad. And we were playing for a university festival. A lot of people, a lot of young community, like a very, very young crowd, and huge, like a big stage, incredible, like never did it before. And I felt like this, connection with it's a mystic territory, It's the place where the Ganga and Jamuna and Saraswati, that are the three main, more special and more sacred rivers in India that comes down from the Himalayas. So that's a very particular territory, and the crowd was, connected with the spirit. It was so overwhelming, I have a great memory, and we share all this conscious about carrying the water, seeing Mother Earth in the water, that we need water, and we just need to, be conscious that we need to care about the water. So that was, for me, like the new beginning in my career, having that concert has like a revelation, that the new generation, the youth, is interested also on caring for important things in life.
Did you ever feel like pursuing a different career in life?
Hmm That's an interesting question. Let me see. I, I think I picture myself since I was kid uh, related with music. I never thought that I was gonna do it at the end, and I'm doing it. And I'm very grateful about it. But well, like a purpose in life, I think I found it. Like find these vibrations and the energy that the music can share to people, like medicine. Like its vibration can change realities, can make you feel that you're part of something bigger. And I found that purpose in music, and I cannot picture myself doing something different.
What has been the most difficult challenge you have found on the path to becoming a professional musician?
For me to become a professional musician, I've been challenging. It's like it's the deepest thing I've ever faced is the same things I'm pretty sure everybody can face in their own careers. Like like when you doubt of your strength, that it's not yours. You just connected with the force. You just get connected with something that moves you and make you part of something bigger. And that's not just particular for music. And when you believe on yourself, when you believe on your strength, and you believe in tomorrow as a positive thing, it's just it's what you face. That's one thing, and the other thing, it has to do a lot with what I'm doing this for. What's the purpose of it. So it's related to doubting of your strength, doubting of your capacity of doing things. It's related to what are you doing it for. What's the reason for it. So that sounds quite general and simple, but in life it's the main thing. I think it's like it comes to your mind. Every time. Are you life ain't that long? Life is more likely to be short, and time is priceless. Are you spending your time doing the right thing for the right reason? So I think it's the case for a musician or a singer or songwriter, as another artist, but also for, who knows, whatever you're good for your life, in this community.
What advice would you give to anyone that wants to become a professional musician and is growing up in Pereira?
Well, I think if it's for talent and creativity, or Pereira, I've been here all my life, and I've seen people, incredible people with incredible ideas, and I think in the music it's just too much talent, But my advice is just to, look inside, find your way. Every path is different. We just gotta find your own way. It's like when we say the music is medicine, you have your own medicine. You just gotta activate your own medicine in yourself. Find your own truth. And with music is what I try to follow every time. Like I like to listen to real music that has a sincere and authentic connection. Like something that has to come from your soul, from your spirit. When you get that connection, the music is just an instrument to get it. So that's my particular advice. If you want to be a songwriter, that's my advice. If you want to be like a performer, also, you know, like its music is connect the spirit, connect, you know, with the deeper thoughts, the deeper feelings on you, and that's what we want to listen to. Yeah.